of the Metroplex. We expect storms to pick up overnight, become likely through the day tomorrow. And look at this, temperatures in the 80s for your Monday. The news starts right now.
Coming up, one East Texas man is dead and 3 others are in serious condition. What led to this deadly shooting?
And vaccines and venues. Why some Austin musicians want to see you mask up while you listen.
Local, experienced, trusted. This is KETK News after the Olympics.
Good evening, I'm Frank Jefferson. Thank you for joining us on your Sunday night.
And I'm Katie Proud. You're watching KETK News after the Olympics.
KETK News is your local Olympic headquarters, and Simone Biles has officially withdrawn from the floor final, but they haven't said if this means she's completely out of all the events.
Yeah, that's right, Frank, and it was a record-breaking competition for Team USA swimming. Caleb Dressel set Olympic and world records. Candy Rodriguez joins us live from Tokyo. And Candy, can you tell us more on Team USA's history in the pool?
Yeah, I think 30 medals this game, with 11 of them being gold, Katie and Frank. I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah, and these swimmers, they were just phenomenal in the pool, and that includes Caleb Dressel, who already had some medals from the previous games, but now he won 5 this games, marking him and sort of cementing his Olympic legacy as one of just a couple of Americans who have done that. 5 gold medals in 1 Olympic Games. That includes Michael Phelps, Mark Spitz, and Matt Biondi, who have done that in past games. And when he was asked, you know, what does this mean for you? How do you feel? What does the future hold? Here's what he had to say.
Of course, I'm happy with how I did here. It's not my goal to beat anybody in particular. It's about achieving what I feel like my potential is.
Yeah, and obviously people keep comparing him to Michael Phelps, calling him the new Michael Phelps, but he says, you know what, I'm just doing what I can do, and I'm just doing what I believe that I'm capable of doing. Still has a lot of swimming to go. We could definitely expect to see him in future games to come.
And Candy, talk to us a little bit about what's coming up in track and field. We want to know how Team USA is looking.
Oh, it's looking good. You're not going to want to miss tonight during prime time. You're going to want to watch. I'm talking about the men's 100-meter race. We have a Texan in that race out of Central Texas, Fred Curley. He's from Taylor, Texas, and he will be giving it a shot at the 100. So be sure to look out for him. It's actually very interesting that he's running in this race because he tends to run in the longer distance races. We're talking about the 400. That's usually what he's really good at. So for, you know, going from a little bit of a longer run to a sprint, that's a big difference. But he's made it to the finals, and he's going to give it his all tonight, so you won't want to miss it.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to miss that. Candy, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Candy.
Frank and Katie, thank you.
We have new details on a developing story out of Nacogdoches. The 2 people of interest that were detained earlier this morning have now been charged with murder. They've been identified as 25-year-old Anastasia Pettigan of Lufkin and 39-year-old Jarvis Williamson, also from Lufkin. Both suspects have been charged with murder and are being held in the Nacogdoches County Jail. We do expect to have further information to release as the investigation continues. There were 5 juveniles inside the residence that were released to family. Our detectives are still actively working on the scene, and this is still a developing story, so we'll keep you updated as more information is released. New details from our nation's capital. U.S. senators have finally come to an agreement tonight, creating a nearly $1 trillion infrastructure bill. The White House is projecting the investments will add on average about 2 million jobs per year over the coming decade. $110 billion for roads and bridges, $39 billion for public transit, and $66 billion for railroads. This is only the first phase. The next debate will be over Biden's much more ambitious $3.5 trillion package, a strictly partisan pursuit of programs and services, including child care, tax breaks, and health care. Final votes on that measure are not expected until the fall.
In your coronavirus coverage, some Austin musicians are making a push for tighter COVID safety measures while they're playing. The
Austin, Texas Musicians Association launched a petition asking that music venues request proof of vaccination or for people to wear a mask. Caitlin Carmount spoke with organizers today.
I was like many of my friends who were vaccinated and felt that it was safe to perform again.
Until he got COVID while performing at an indoor venue 10 days ago. Kevin Russell, the lead singer of Shiny Rib, says several of his friends in the Austin music world, too, have come down with COVID in recent days.
I don't want another shutdown like we had before.
So he and the Austin, Texas Musicians Organization says they have a solution.
Thinking through it, the only way I can see to mitigate this and to manage it is to ask for proof of vaccination. And if you don't want to provide that, you just wear a mask.
Their petition has more than 200 signatures so far, calling for staff, musicians, and fans to show proof of vaccine status at all Texas venues, and if not, to wear a mask.
Yeah, anybody who's got suggestions.
It's a move management at the Elephant Room says they would consider. The venue closed after reopening for 15 days after 4 people tested positive for COVID-19. Whether or not they would enforce something like this depends.
You cross into political ideology on that. If all the bars decided to do it, we all agreed to do it, that would be the way to do it.
If the petition gets enough signatures, the Austin, Texas Musicians Group plans to send it to all Texas venues to let them know where the majority of people stand.
Coming up next on KETK News after the Olympics, what happens when you put rock music and wrestling together? Find out next.
And Harvey Hall is getting a ceremony for getting demolished. We'll show you that when we come back.
See breaking news alerts. Always be prepared with accurate weather coverage. And never miss a newscast with KETK.com. Anywhere, anytime.
Check, check, check.
This guy. Honey.
With the most standard safety features in its class.
Nice stop, Mom.
Thanks. The fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or get a low $219 per month lease on the 2021 Rogue.
Today at Ivan Smith Furniture, we want to give you a break, a sales tax break. Now is the time to shop and save big on all your favorite furniture. Don't miss these discounts on sofas, sectionals, and reclining furniture. The price tag includes the sales tax on all bedroom furniture and dining sets. Plus, no interest financing is available. The warehouses are stocked. The stores are ready. Don't miss huge discounts store-wide during our sales tax break event. Now at Ivan Smith Furniture.
Before I had the treatment, I couldn't even run 10 steps, without having pain.
The difference in my knees from the day I walked into that office to have the treatment done is just like night and day.
Contact us today and find out if regenerative medicine is right for you.
When you think of a bank, do you think of... We have all that, but we care more about... Southside Bank, more focused on you.
An East Texas-based group called League of Lions Wrestling is joining the first ever Rock and Wrestling Fest today.
KETK's Lauren Margolis tells us about a night of live music and wrestling.
Frank, Katie, East Texans were ready to rock on and watch some epic body slams at Country River Club in Tyler. The event's organizer says he wanted to give East Texans something fun and exciting to do this summer.
What happens when you combine rock and roll music with wrestling? Tyler's first Rock and Wrestling Fest.
It's people being together after being isolated for so long because of the COVID and the mandates. It's just wonderful to see a crowd in one place at one time again.
Fans of music and pro wrestling came out to jam out. The event complete with a lineup of East Texas bands like Athens-based Twist of Cain, and Marshall's League of Lions Wrestling, a professional wrestling company revolving around family.
My family is really involved in professional wrestling with me. They're my biggest support system.
The whole event put together for one main purpose: entertaining East Texans while supporting local talents and businesses.
We want to keep everything in the community and really build up the local scene. A lot of COVID has really hurt local and small business owners.
Half concert, half wrestling show, and one whole family fun time.
Organizers say the event was a success and they're already planning their next Rock and Wrestling. Reporting in studio, Lauren Margolis, KETK News.
School weekend ought to work.
Coming up is demolition time. A building in Smith County is coming down. We'll have that for you next.
One last look at that school week forecast. Stay with us.
Keep up with the latest by following KETK on Twitter. Rise and shine, East Texas. Every day needs a plan, and every morning KETK Today is here so you're prepared.
With accurate weather forecasts so you're ready for anything.
Breaking news overnight from around the corner to around the world.
And news on the go, our final fast 15 minutes with everything you need to know before you start your day.
Weekday mornings on KETK Today. Up to the minute you're up.
Peter Chevrolet Business Elite has your next hardworking commercial truck. Silverado heavy-duty trucks are designed to tackle the toughest jobs with your tools in tow. Low-cab forward trucks are built to be productive, offering cabs and upfits for any business need. Keep your business moving forward with the largest inventory of Chevrolet commercial vehicles in East Texas with free nationwide delivery. See for yourself why more East Texas business owners buy at Peters than any other dealer. Peter Chevrolet. Find new roads.
They say that life is a journey. At Kilgore College, we agree. It's a journey about finding your way, about turning challenges into opportunities. It's a journey of friendships and relationships that will last a lifetime. Kilgore College can be your one way that propels you into a successful and rewarding career. In the end, it's about living a life you can be proud of. At Kilgore College, your journey starts here.
When it comes to cooking meals, drying clothes, heating water, and my home, nothing beats natural gas from CenterPoint Energy. It's my most affordable energy option. It costs less to use than electricity, propane, and heating oil. So if you already have natural gas, keep it. If you're replacing an appliance, choose it. Natural gas, your best choice. Safe and affordable, rest assured.
For more on the benefits of a natural gas home, visit centerpointenergy.com/natural gas benefits. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
KETK News is your local Olympic headquarters, and COVID-19 numbers are still high at the Summer Games, and other athletes is included in the count of those who've gotten infected.
That's right, Frank, and still no word on Simone Biles. We brought to your attention earlier that she's withdrawn from the floor finals. Candy Rodriguez joins us live from Tokyo again. And Candy, do we know if she will compete in the upcoming events?
No word yet, but we're hoping to hear soon because the balance beam competition gets underway tomorrow here in Tokyo. And of course, she qualified for that event. She qualified for all four individual events that have taken place here in Tokyo. And of course, she's been very open about what she's been going through. She talked on social media over the weekend about experiencing the twisties, which is where your mind and your body just simply are not connected. And when you're talking about doing flips and turns and you're in mid-air, that can be dangerous if you just don't know where you're at and then you land. You could potentially hurt yourself really bad. So no word yet on if she will be participating in the balance beam, but we expect to hear from her soon, given how we've heard from her in the last couple of days, usually about 24 hours in advance. But as soon as we get that information, we'll pass it along to you guys.
And Candy, how are officials maintaining control over the virus at the Olympics?
Yeah, well, Frank, it just continues to be the same protocols that we've had, because if you think about it, when this all first started, they were already pretty strict. You're talking about daily COVID-19 testing for athletes. They're also getting tested 6 hours before their competition. You just sometimes can't help those numbers and the spread from going up, because it is what it is. It's here, it's around us. Tokyo just reported its latest number from its latest daily figures. That's 3,058 here in the city. That's down 1,000 from the previous day, which was a little more than 4,000, but that number is still high. And the latest number to come out of the Olympic bubble, we're talking about staff, media, and athletes, that's close to around 270, with around 20 athletes who have tested positive since July 1st.
Thank you for that, Candy.
Thank you, Candy.
Thank you.
And now, your East Texas Storm Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bagwell.
Our radar a little bit more active here on this late Sunday evening as we are tracking some rain and thunderstorms. Let's first go down into our southern counties. The rain is hit and miss in nature, but where the rain is falling, it certainly is pretty heavy. You notice back over portions of Houston County, we have some moderate to heavier rain there. That's located near the Lovelady area. We've had some heavier rainfall that has moved through Nacogdoches through the afternoon and into the early evening, and some of that rain still continuing at this moment. Look at Shelby County. We've got some moderate to heavier rainfall that's passing through here. I want to give you a closer look at what we're seeing. As you'll notice that the heaviest precipitation right around center, a lot of lightning being detected there in the storms as well. They move to the east, but then more develop, so we could easily be looking at maybe a quick inch or so of precipitation if the storms don't move out of that specific area. Also, back in our central northern areas, we've had a shower develop just east of Jacksonville there. A few more thunderstorms also getting going in Kaufman County, moving into Van Zant. We've had a couple in portions of Henderson County as well. Not much north of Interstate 20, the exception being in Harrison County. Notice this storm here that has really blossomed near the Marshall area. We've got some very heavy rainfall that's ongoing here and some gusty winds. I want to give you a closer look here inside the storm, as we are certainly finding some of the darker reds brighter reds I should say, indicating some of those stronger winds. Winds in excess of about 40 miles an hour possible in this storm. The storm may intensify too, so we'll keep a close monitor on it. If we get a warning, we'll definitely let you know here in the Storm Center. Let's look at Futurecast. Things are going to remain fairly active through the rest of tonight as we expect more showers and thunderstorms to pick up. Even the central and northern areas are expected to see rainfall. As we get closer to daybreak, showers and storms remain a good possibility, and they are likely during the day for tomorrow, and all of the cloud cover going to keep the temperatures in check for your Monday. We're not talking about 90s. I think a lot of us stay in the 80s as we continue with off and on precipitation, probably not coming to an end until late tomorrow. We've got opening start of practice tomorrow for football for the high school ranks. It's an exciting time of the year, but it's going to be a wet one too. We're going to have periods of rain and storms, not a complete washout, but definitely storms will remain in the forecast. After tomorrow, we'll get a slight push of drier air Tuesday and Wednesday, a cooler start Wednesday morning with lower 70s, and then the hotter temperatures build late Friday and heading into next weekend. For Deep East Texas, storms are likely tomorrow. I got us in the mid 80s, but if cloud cover holds, we might stay in the low 80s.
All right, thank you, Marcus. Coming up on KETK News after the Olympics, new beginnings. What Tyler building is being torn down? Stay with us.
KETK Weather is sponsored by Southside Bank.
Seriously injured? Call Monsoor Law, 903-999-9999.
Hello, East Texas. My name is Keith Miller. Bam, you've just been in a wreck. Are you thinking about money? I doubt it. You're thinking about, are your kids okay? Is your wife okay? And you're thinking about the car. If the car is totaled, how are you going to get to work? And what if the insurance company says, oh, we've got to investigate coverage or liability? No car for 2 weeks. Hire me. If we establish liability, I'll put you in the car. You can go to work. You can take care of your family. Keith Miller, Tyler, Texas.
Call Keith Miller at 903-597-4090.
Are you ready? Ready to dance and discover? Ready to celebrate and be inspired again? Are you ready for a truly authentic experience? See San Antonio. See more San Antonio. Experience over 150 deals when you stay in a participating hotel. Learn more at visitsanantonio.com/SI.
It's the final days of the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row. Shop today and find everything you need to create the perfect room or study nook. Find futons starting at just $139, sofas for only $299, desks as low as $299, beds for only $299, and queen mattresses starting at just $299.99. Discover hundreds of clearance items store-wide, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 5th.
Being a patriot means loving your country by putting others before yourself.
It means getting an education and returning home to uplift my family.
It means dedication to research that improves our quality of life.
It means acts of service to support those in need.
It means using my passion to make the world a more beautiful place.
Apply now and be a patriot at UT Tyler.
Keep up with the latest by following KETK on Twitter.
Happening tomorrow, Harvey Hall Convention Center is being torn down.
City officials will gather for a ceremony to mark the beginning of the center's demolition on Monday. Bleachers will be set up for those who want to watch at 11 a.m. A facility is being rebuilt nearby as a part of a $28 million plan to renovate the Rose Garden complex. The new larger convention center is aiming to open by fall 2022 in time to host Texas Rose Festival events, city leaders say. And that's all for the news.
Well, stick around. The Sports Night in East Texas with Garrett Standers starts after the break.